Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Club Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world, and welcome back to what's probably going to be a depressing post-match reaction after Liverpool have just lost by 3 goals to 2 against Arsenal at the Emirates in what was a shambolic performance by the Reds yet again. What more can we say about this season? I think probably the best thing would be to say is null and void, null and void the season, because I think that's probably the best course of action to actually go on about and say anyway. But how are we all? Hopefully all of you are having a fantastic day. Anyway, bar from the football. If anyone does want to join the stream, then there is the link in the comment section down below. It is the pinned tweet at the pinned comment down below if anyone does want to join anyway and have your say. Brian is in already saying evening, sir. Hello, Brian. Hopefully having a fantastic day, my friend. Anyway, but overall, guys, what is wrong with this club at the moment? What is wrong with the side? I do not know. Defending shambolic, midfield shambolic. Going forward, look, there was opportunities today. There was, of course, one or two chances apart from the goals, and a couple of players did look up for it, but mainly, in my opinion, the big problem for Liverpool at the moment is the midfield. It's massively the midfield. But again, we've spoken about this since the start of the season, that Liverpool's midfield is a huge problem and it's not going away anytime soon, even with a new system in place as well. Again, I don't know what we can do to even fix or to even go about it the right way. Of course, the 4-3-3, that was an option. Now it's not. The 4-2-3-1 is an option, but not with the current midfielders that we do have. And yeah, it's just a shambles at the moment anyway. But the one thing I will say before we do start the video is fair play to Arsenal. Look, I said it, they had to beat us to prove realistically that they are, in that title race, and they are. They are fully in that title race. And you know what? Fair play to them. They looked absolutely solid today, of course, without Zinchenko, majorly there as well. But for me, I thought, look, they played absolutely brilliantly, and we cannot fault anything that they did, even though there were a few refereeing decisions that were a bit shambolic. But again, Liverpool were way worse than those as well. But we are joined by Jack. Of course, I was just on Jack's channel, but we're joined by Jack as well. How are we? Are you? I already know you're pissed off, but any better in the last half of that?
No, I'm absolutely seething, mate. But thank you very much for having me on, mate. And most importantly, thank you for jumping on the show. Just them, mate. Everyone who haven't seen it, me and Con have done a podcast with Owen, Ricky, and a couple of lads as well. But yeah, it's absolutely raging, like every single one of us. It's I think me and you off camera we were speaking this week. We were like, this could get dangerous if we don't step up really. And it was like you had Nunes and Diaz doing the business, and even Bobby and Jota, but at the back again, we're so leaky. Yeah, it's disappointed, mate. It's at the highest order.
I think that's the bare minimum we could say at the minute as well. Let me quickly read out a few comments. Anyway, Brian saying evening as well, feeling like Ian Peel. I've got nothing left. Honestly, do you know what? I felt extremely gutted after the Champions League final. And I said to Jack earlier on before we were both live, this feels horrific. And it's not because Arsenal beat us. It's just the fact in the state what we're in right now. It's a shambolic, just everything. Performance, personnel, everything. Investment, FSG, this yada, yada, yada. Everything at the minute is just horrific.
It's all come at the same time, mate. I think it'll be interesting the next couple of weeks, but I feel after back of that, mate, the gauging from you on your post-match, on my post-match, mate, you're angry. All of us are angry. And we've been saying this all season. Will this game be the breaking point? And it's there's only a certain amount of times you can start shouting at players before it literally none of it sinks in really, and it's just pointless words for me, mate. But yeah, and a bit like Ian Beale, got nothing left. But we'll continue supporting the Reds, win, lose, or draw.
Oh, I hate this feeling so much. I hate it
Yeah.
so much. And look, we got Man City next week, so this is a pre-rehearsal for next freaking week. Oh,
I mean, that's going to be broadcasted to the whole of the world, mate. The two biggest clubs, arguably, in European football. And it's going to be like when Bayern usually play Dortmund. Bayern just absolutely batter Dortmund.
yeah, now
But,
we become Dortmund fully, but even worse.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Anyway, we are trying to put another guest as well. I think he's a new guest. I believe he was just an 1882 Res podcast. Hi, mate. Again, how are you feeling about this at the minute?
I've calmed down from the loss, but really, like I said, we're not surprised. I'm not surprised by this. Arsenal did well better than us. We need to drop Trent and Salah on versus Rangers because to show a statement to them that you can't keep on having these bad performances week in week out and get away with it, because Salah, he can be as bad as he wants and he still starts. That's just how it is now. And Trent, what can I say about Trent? I mean, people are blaming Trent too far. Like, it's all on track for some reason, which is, I think it's just because he's English. It's just that. And yeah, I still think on his day he's the best right back in the world, but right now he's not really. He's probably behind Reece James and Walker.
It's that added pressure, isn't it, from especially English media? But again, doesn't help. Like the first goal, straight away saw people on Twitter blaming him straight away. I think the second goal is majorly his fault.
Yeah, it's Henderson. It's Henderson. It's a combined Henderson Trent. I think it was a bit of both, I'd say.
Yeah, and then, but again, I seen Klopp. Obviously we've seen Klopp defend Trent plenty of times, and of course, Klopp stating that both Luis Diaz and Luis Diaz and Trent are both injured. Supposedly Trent's got a twisted ankle, which
it's gone from bad to worse with Diaz injury. Could be out for 3 months. It's just not looking good at the moment.
Yeah, it's bloody awful as well. And guess what? We got Man City next week as well. To be fair, I say this. I think we've got City, West Ham, and Forest.
And we still got, didn't we? We were meant to have played Chelsea as well.
We would have got beaten in that as well. I think we would have lost to Chelsea as well.
Yeah. So the this period of games, I think you got to play them at a good time, but sad.
Can you see us being wrong in Forest right now? I mean, a draw possibly?
Absolutely not.
I can't see us beating anyone, mate. I don't think any of us can.
Well, it's the worst. It's the worst start we've had since 2012, 2013. Which...
Give any team you want to play right now, it's Liverpool, definitely.
Yeah. 100%. Let's get a few into the comments anyway. Talia Olbein, what a bloody shambles. Liverpool can't play the beautiful game. The summer is biting Liverpool now. Carvalho isn't good enough as well. Yeah, we'll get on to investment and FSG because I think obviously there's a lot of talking points about that. Owen is my favourite guest. Owen is the Sir David Attenborough.
He's a legend
of Liverpool podcasting. Like the stream guys as well. That's from Rob as well. But yeah, if you want comical comments, Rob's your guy. He's the one to get put a smile on your face as well. All of you guys are though as well, to be fair. I'd rather change 6 players than change the management. Klopp as the best man to build again, in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. And for me, and I as well, Jack, I'll ask you this as well. Obviously, I've seen a couple of people obviously going Klopp out and so on over obviously the last couple of hours. For me, there is no other guy that can do what he has done for Liverpool.
Especially with our owners, because Klopp up penning is just a joke now. Like, why? Look,
in the comments, John.
We're not Chelsea who just sack their managers. Well, they got a new owner, but we're not Chelsea just sack their managers straight off after a long period. But if this continues as a potential argument, but still, it's the owners, I'll say, mostly all of it didn't back Klopp.
I'm open. You're spot on there, mate. When's the questions going to be getting asked to the owners? Like, it seems for the best part of the last 3-4 years that we've been very content, all of us as fans. But this season, like if we do finish, say, I think the best thing and the worst thing could happen this season. If Liverpool do miss out on Champions League football, it's not down to Jurgen Klopp. Yes, he might pick the players and all that, but it's the people above him, the people that get him the best players. Like the people, the money is there. We all know this.
Yeah.
Liverpool make so much money commercially and on the pitch as well. When we won the Champions League, I think we made about 100 million just off winning that.
They did not spend
Yeah.
it.
We just not spent it.
It's that, isn't it? It's like the 600 million revenue. Where's that gone?
Yeah, because we're looking at it. We don't get top 4. Do you think Jude Bellingham want to come to a team that's in the Europa League?
No.
You'd rather go Chelsea, who look, honestly, they got Graham Potter sorted now because they've won 2 on the bounce right there. And at the moment, I think Jude's thinking and looking at Liverpool and thinking, should I go City or Liverpool? Should I go Madrid? We're out of the race at the moment. We could be out of the race now. Would you?
It's between City and Real Madrid. I think I've been one of these people that have banged on about Jude Bellingham on this channel, and I've thought for a very long time.
There's been some reports that we're doing some behind the scenes business, but Jude can easily just go next someone and say, I don't want to go Liverpool. I want to go to City or Madrid, play Champions League football. Because look, City, there's an open spot because KDB is kind of aging, and he's potentially the replacement for KDB and stuff. And for Madrid, you're always Madrid are such a big club, probably one of the biggest clubs in the world. You can be a name there. You can be one of the big stars Madrid have in that team. So, yeah.
Just to comment a little bit. Obviously, we massively do not take part of any of this, but supposedly at the moment. There is a report going towards the FA involving Jordan Henderson and Gabriel. Of course, this was mentioned on Jack's stream as well. We hope that it's not what it could be, but again, we do have to a little bit come out because it is breaking news at the moment. An FA spokesman has come out and released a statement as well, saying we are aware of an incident that took place during the match between Arsenal and Liverpool. We are in delegation with the match officials and will review the details of the incident as well. So that's all we're going to mention about it at this time anyway. But that is breaking news at the moment as well.
Yeah, Connor on that. If it does come out, what we're all hoping it wasn't, then strip him of the captaincy, strip him of his contract at Liverpool Football Club, because we do not condone that at the football club. And I think we can all agree that we mismanaged the Suarez situation
100%.
Massively as a football club. But if it is the case of Henderson has done hopefully what he hasn't, then for me, strip him of the contract at the football club.
Put him in the reserves, play him.
Not even that, mate. Get him out of the club. Get him out of the club. Get him out of the club.
Hold on. Sorry. I've just jumped in. Have I missed something?
So supposedly there's meant to be an incident between Jordan Henderson and Gabriel that happened, and this is why Jurgen Klopp and Mikel Arteta got spoken to. Yeah, that's why they got spoken to, and now it's become an official report towards the FA. So there might be something there. We're hoping that it's not, of course. But
a report that obviously I get Jack's gist of what he's saying. Is a report dealing with something that shouldn't have been ever brought up?
We don't know. This is the thing that I don't want to speculate too much. I want to move away from
if that is the case, then I'm sorry. Get the fucker out of my club.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to speculate too much because there's no concrete evidence yet what it is.
Yes.
So that's not put 2 and 2 together and what's in that. But again, like we said, if it is what we think it could be, out the club you go. As well anyway, but that's the last we'll mention about that anyway. To be fair,
sorry, apologies.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Again,
sure.
it's a lot of breaking news at the minute because again, an FA, obviously the spokesman just come out and made a statement about it, and again, it only came out about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, about the news. So again,
Yeah.
it is breaking.
Because I see some Liverpool fans make some excuses about the referee. Not all, but some. Like it's not all on the referees. It's the performance as well. And plus, would that have changed anything about the game? It was still 1-0. Arsenal. It would have been. We scored anyways, but I think Arsenal would have scored anyways.
Again.
So, yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I did have this saved, but I did do it earlier on.
Hi, David. Well, was VAR not working today?
To be fair, it looks like Gabriel's doing a Daniel Sturridge dance impression, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But still, we
his
won't
hands
speak.
in an unnecessary position. Like that should be a penalty, but yeah, we lost in the end. So
The thing is, if Liverpool, I think if we had the performance that we all hoped that we did, and that cost us the game, I think a lot of us would be speaking a lot
there'll
more
be a
about
change
it.
in narrative like that.
Yeah.
Like
Was that if I'm not wrong? If that's a handball and a penalty, then it's a red card as well.
No, because I think Ben White.
I think there was a couple of
yeah.
No, he was last. He was, as far as I know, he was the last man.
Might be, but I think Ben White was next to him, if my memory is correct.
I'm just lost with the handballs, boys. Sorry there, miss. I'm just lost with all these, like the handballs. Like you get referees giving certain stuff like every single week. I'm just lost with the rules, really.
Jack, I don't know if you agree, Jack, but I don't think referees should be in charge of VAR because then all they're doing is backing up their pals. All these referees are friends, so all they're doing is going to back up their pals. VAR for me should be an independent board.
Yeah, because it's going to be change decision when they go to the monitor. It's pretty much going to be changed because you saw in the Chelsea West Ham game when West Ham equalized at the end. They checked the monitor. You knew from there it's 2-1 Chelsea. So it's the rules in the Premier League now, which I don't get.
But it's not. This is the problem. I think John obviously it's a great point there as well. We've spoken about it for the last 3 years, haven't we? It's not the system VAR; it's the people that is doing it. The VAR, and that. And again, I think one of the things they should test, for me, in my opinion, they should do ex-players because I think they have the best knowledge for the game.
You do, but at the same time, Connor, you could have the same situation.
Of course.
You could have, if you're going to do that, what you couldn't have is you could not have a Man United player doing VAR during a Liverpool Man United game.
Yeah, because they could just be biased. Like, just say it's Chelsea, Liverpool, Drogba, just example. It's basically a handball. Chelsea, he won't give it. So it can be biased sometimes. You can see some biased choices potentially if you do that players.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, let's dive into a few more comments for you guys here before we talk a little bit more about the game itself. Anyway, Gary Nunes was the best player for Liverpool had today. The lack of investment speaks volumes as well. We will speak about that in a brief moment as well. If you're new around here as well, then please hit that subscribe button, please hit that like button as well, and go over
how many goals do you think Nunes will get this season? Because I think
we'll talk about that in a minute, my friends. We'll talk about that in a minute. Obviously, go over to Anfield Road TV and go over to Glasgow Reds chats as well. Anyway, can't wait for let's turn this season around. Rally call when we play Forest as well. Because Rob, obviously John with the link, so for God's sake, Rob, I can't wait for the memes already for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing this memes for weeks. If we don't beat Rangers, oh my god, the memes would be mad. It's just gonna.
I'm not even thinking about the Rangers yet. Big up, but to be honest, we looked washed in the game as well. Yeah, 100%. I love a panel when John's on it as well, says Rob. As well, Klopp isn't going anywhere, but Klopp needs 300 million just on the midfielders. Truth.
Just on the Klopp comment.
Yeah.
If we lost today, if we lose tomorrow, I believe actually look in the league table. If we lose against Man City, right?
I think it depends how bad it is.
as far as 14th in the league.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
because I
So
know
how far does it need to get before we start asking questions?
I think if we are going to lose to City, let's say that, but it depends how much in it. Like if it's some like thrashing 4-0, 5-0 at Anfield, I think there'll be a Klopp out potentially if it's from them.
I think he will take a lot for it to be like proper, like non-idiots to be Klopp out. I think.
Like Klopp's got so much credit in the bank. We all know this. Like
so much fucking credit. No one wants Klopp out.
And I think as well, the big thing about it is everyone knows the problem with Liverpool. Klopp has already said
Klopp. It's the owners. It's the owners. They are the problem.
If anyone's going to do a protest about anything, it should be a protest against these fucking owners.
No, but you're spot on there, John. Scousers and Liverpool fans know how to do protests. So if it comes to it, and if it takes us, finishing 16th this season, for us to everyone to really take their blinkered glasses off to actually see what the crux of this issue is. I think missing out on top 4 on Champions League or any European football and not winning anything. Jurgen Klopp, he's the best manager we've all watched in, especially my lifetime.
Jack, if you were telling me Liverpool finish outside the top 4, Jurgen Klopp stays, but we get rid of FSG, I'll take it all day long.
But there would be an absolute war. Sorry there, Con, but all of us, there would be a war if literally FSG got rid of Klopp.
Yeah,
people would be flying into Liverpool.
It's the fact that if we're already speaking about it, or just having the little conversations about it, you already know FSG are that idiotic that they're having serious conversations about it. That's the worrying thing.
You were idiotic to go into the Super League, mate. Yeah. Like, used to say they pulled the trigger early and do something.
Do you remember that United
game? They tried to trademark Liverpool, a fucking city, and they tried to trademark Liverpool. That's how stupid these guys are.
Yeah. Because I just want to say one point. Do you remember that United game that got postponed? And then the United fans started going in the stadium protesting Glazers out. I think that's what we will potentially do if the worst scenario happens.
I wouldn't say that, to be honest, because again, that was stupidity from a lot of people. They got their message across. They got their message across, but I think it was very idiotic, and they could have done it a lot better. I think
there's getting your message across, and then they're overstepping the lane.
They got in the stadium when it was not meant to be. I think that season was no fans, so like it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Again, I think the big thing is though, it's not the fact that if Liverpool were performing well and we knew there wasn't any problems and we were still losing and still not getting the results, that's a bigger problem. The fact that we already know what the problem is the fact that we need midfielders. We've needed it for some time, and investment in the team instead of let's sign Darwin Núñez for 60-odd million quid. Or by the way, we'll sell 6 or 7 players just to make it up for it.
Exactly.
Unacceptable.
We bought Núñez, for about 65 million. Right? We made that money back. Where the hell did that money go to?
We've got rid of Nico Williams for like 15, 17 million.
Where's the money went?
Because we saw Mane for a decent price.
They've always said the money that you make back on transfers will be put back into the club on transfers. So where the hell is that 65 million going to?
I don't know. I think they think Klopp is a miracle maker. They expect Klopp to deal with the squad every year, but it just can't happen. It's an aging squad. It's like we're playing Henderson. It's like Henderson.
We now have the 3rd oldest squad in the league, and I think that's even less.
I heard Trent is injured. I've heard rumors.
Twisted ankle, supposedly.
And then Luis Diaz is also injured.
Diaz is out for months, easy 2-3 months.
So we're fucked. We're literally fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Diaz, I think Diaz out could be more massive than we think because he's been our best.
We've seen in the second half. Yeah, he was so impactful, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In the first,
he was our tempo down. I don't know what you guys think, but I personally think him and Núñez were the best players in our team in that first half.
100%.
Yeah. when he came off, I think I had a bit of worries when he came off when he came off, because he was our best attacker then, because he was trying to create something, and Jota he's better centre forward wise than a left winger. So I think that was a bit of that's when Diaz came off, it was a bit panicking because he was our creative spark.
To be fair though, and I will ask this question as well, Jack, is the fact that you look at now the next couple of games, obviously Rangers midweek, you look at Man City next week, and then West Ham and Forest as an example. Normally with teams that are playing bad at the minute, you can afford to rotate and change things a little bit. With us at the minute, apart from the guys we've already mentioned, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Alisson Becker, apart from them, I think pretty much all of us would go, right, all of them deserves to be dropped. But who plays?
Because that's Rangers. I think that's the best Rangers game.
Let Jack speak a minute.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, mate, in terms of going into next period. It's probably going to get worse before it gets any better, I think, in terms it's not like these results have been, the writing's been on the wall. And even the back end of last season, really, I feel we got massively bailed out by Alisson the back end of last year. He was literally man of the match every single week, wasn't he? So, if it wasn't for Alisson, we would have been at least 6-8 points off.
Alisson deserves much better than he's right now. He deserves a much better defense.
100% there, mate. 100%. But it's going to be a bit of a mad one, really. But and I'm hoping, as I said before, mate, I'm hoping people do see the trees now in reality. As I said on my show, Con, when I was speaking to you, mate, Newcastle will eventually make it even harder to win the league in the next 5 to 6 years, probably less time than that, with all their money they've got. City, Man United will always have money, regardless of what the United fans think. They generate quite a lot of money. Chelsea, they're going to be there still.
They look good with Graham Potter at the moment, so...
But the thing is, with Graham Potter, he's spot on, is they will always get money, even under Abramovich, even under these new owners, American owners, they'll have money to spend.
Well, look at it this summer. I don't think any of us thought they'd spend 300 million quid.
Yeah, because once the business thing happened, I thought they would just go. I knew they would spend, but I didn't know they would spend the highest in the league. I thought they would just be spending a little bit of money, but
it makes sense that they sat their manager then. What was it,
a couple of months later? What I don't get, Con, in chat as well, let us know, why were the owners at Liverpool a couple of months, like last month? Why?
Well, again, we all thought there was going to be an emergency buy, wasn't it? But obviously not emergency buy in Arthur Miller, for example. Obviously, we all thought it would have been done putting in huge finance.
Get the checkbook out.
This thing, not many people know. Now, FSG turned down a bid for Liverpool about a year and a half ago from DIC.
Yeah, it was 3 billion, wasn't it? And they
if people know about DIC have tried to buy us at least 5 times. The thing with DIC, I know they have a history that some people don't agree with, and I don't agree with. But the thing with them is they're actual proper Liverpool fans. They support the club. They don't care about the business. They care about the club.
That's the thing. Sorry, there, Con. That's the thing, though, boys, isn't it? It's gonna have to be someone that's got multi-billion. I'm talking billions. Because if FSG are valuing Liverpool at 4.5-5 billion as an asset, who's to say they're not going to sell because they are taking us all the cleaners in reality. They've pulled the wool over our eyes in terms of being content. Like they're a very well-run business. If they add up and keep on getting top 4, but
they are brilliant. They're outstanding businessmen, but they're not good people to run your football club the way that we need to be run today.
Well, Forbes at the Forbes at the minute have Liverpool as 5 billion at the minute. That's estimated worth. So, you look at it. FSG could even try and push it 6-7 billion.
So
You're
if-
talking
if-
about like that
Toxic-
0.5% of people, aren't you, to get them?
Yeah.
So
Like, to get
toxic. If Liverpool were, if FSG were to sell tomorrow for 5 billion, say they sold the club for 5 billion tomorrow, right? FSG would make round about £4.6 billion profit on the football club.
Yeah.
They bought us for 300 million. People say the FSG have not spent a penny on this football club. The football club supports itself. FSG do not support this football club.
Well, it's the fact that the Red Sox, that like obviously I know obviously not they've done on baseball that much, but apparently the Red Sox won their owners out as well. I think they've actually gone on to buy is it some
Like
ice hockey team as well?
Yeah, does something
Something
like
like
it happen? Would you say with Con? Is it, you probably know more, Chas? Is it Redbird? Like Dave,
Yes.
the FSG like have some say in the agreement with Redbird?
Redbird, unless
like
I'm
that.
wrong, Redbird tried to buy AC Milan.
Yeah.
Because
So
I think Klopp actually wanted a midfielder. I think Klopp just lied about the last minute thing, because if we actually look at it, I think FSG didn't want to back him. I think he wanted a midfielder before. You saw Tchouaméni. I don't think he gave up after that. It's just FSG didn't let him because of the money. I think that's...
Yeah, of course not. Let's get into a bit of your comments, because we have neglected the comments a little bit anyway. VAR has to be qualified by refs, John. It's not valuable opinion, otherwise it's called biased rules anyway. Otherwise, when calls go against clubs, people say VAR. To be fair, it's still stupid though, to be fair, Bright. I actually had a Forest man taking me off tonight. Yes, Forest. Again, it's worthy of at the minute because we are proper shite.
Anyone can banter us. Anyone.
Yeah, so this was always going to happen, and the FSG club can't keep working miracles with an Asian team with little investment statement signings as well. Yeah, absolutely. And again, like we've spoken about on different videos and different occasions, again, the midfield, the last time it was heavily invested in was 2020 with Thiago, and then the next time after that was Naby Keita back in 2018. So again, not good enough by the owners, and it's again, Klopp has already said it. He said he said I think a couple of days before the window shut, he'd like to take more opportunities, but he said he can't. So who's telling him that he can't make?
Connor, the only way we're going to find out who to blame, the only way we will literally find out who to blame for all this, is if Jurgen Klopp leaves or FSG leaves. That's the only way we will find out who to blame.
It's the thing, no, mate, and lads, we all know this. FSG are probably not going to go anywhere.
No,
FSG are made, they're not. Yeah, so
unless the fans force them out, we're the only club in this world that can literally force an owner to sell. Well, I believe we're the only club in the world can do that.
I think Carragher said it, didn't he? But back when the whole Super League thing happened, and he said, if they continue with the Super League, and Klopp leaves because of it, the fans will, get those owners out quicker than anything that we've seen before. And I think
we will.
And we will. And that's the thing. And again, Klopp has worked miracles. And again, there's still a very, very high percentage of people. I'd say, even the 99% of people still believe in Jurgen Klopp and still believe what he can do.
Why would you doubt a manager that's won every single trophy he can win in England?
Yeah, exactly. in a time where, when you look at it, it should be impossible for him to win things.
You're up against like Man City, Chelsea, and United, who can
done it with Bayern Munich.
Every single window.
Done it with Bayern Munich as well. He stopped their dominance. So as he said there, boys, he can do it. But what for me, and just something, and we've all said it for the best part of the last 4 weeks, really, 5 weeks, all of us, everyone on their channels. Something's happened internally, like some big massive arguments. And if we're not going to speculate on the reports, but if the reports do lead us to those reports that we're hoping don't happen, then there's a massive
Jack, do you
arguments.
Believe, sorry, mate, sorry to interrupt you. Apologize. Do you believe that FSG weren't there to sign off on a big signing. The FSG were probably there to try and sweeten and calm down the tensions between Jurgen Klopp and the board.
Probably, yeah. Because 100%. Like, it's the thing.
The thing is with that though, and as well, and this does a little bit link in with it. With, I don't want to say it again, Jude Bellingham stuff, but if Klopp has gone, look, this is the player I want. Same with Virgil van Dijk at the time. We couldn't get Virgil van Dijk in that summer, and then Klopp went, okay, we'll wait. And that's what he's done with Jude Bellingham. What Dortmund said quite clear, and Dortmund have come out and said there was like 3 or 4 teams. There was one team in particular that were very keen on Jude Bellingham, which we now know was Liverpool.
Yes.
But there were teams that come in and asked for his services. And to be fair, Dortmund, they said no to everything. Yeah. So you have to wait that 1 year. And already we are, at the start of October, not even a thought process towards next summer, and Liverpool already out of the race for Jude Bellingham. Now you've let Jurgen Klopp down already just by that.
No,
so
because
what the FSG should have done then was FSG should have went to Dortmund and said, right, you don't want to sell this summer. We understand, but we'll get that and respect the decision. But we will pay you this just now and secure his services for next summer.
Yeah, exactly. You get your elbows out, and that's the problem with Liverpool at the minute. Liverpool can't get our elbows out because at the minute, Liverpool, because we've been so good on the pitch for the last five plus years, we're now in this bracket where we used to be in the market for like a B tier, signing that can turn it up to an A tier. But because we've turned that good now, or the squad's meant to be that good, we're now looking at A to A star signings where, normally you get the likes of Man City, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid. They've already done that. Liverpool now are in that market, and FSG are willing to go with that market as well. And that's a huge problem.
I don't know how you feel or how Jack feels about this, but they're proved to me we're getting on as if we think we're a big club, but we're not acting like a big club.
Yeah.
If you want to keep these world-class players and you want to sign world-class players to your club, then you need to pay world-class fees and you need to pay world-class wages to have these players at your club.
Yeah.
But you know to that point, boys. Sorry, there, Con. You know how we're going to balance those books, aren't we? If we do miss out on top 4, we're then going to have to sell a player or 2.
Salah.
Van Dijk and Salah's away.
I think North Red has said about it, even if you're right, Bellingham is not going to be enough, and he's not going to be enough. And I agree with each and every single one of you. Liverpool need at least 4 centre mids next summer, at least.
Because apparently, I think Ox is going to leave next summer because of the contract. Milner,
Naby as well, mate. Yeah.
Ox, Naby, Milner, and probably maybe Curtis Jones. If
the only thing I would say about Milner is, I don't want to give him a player contract, but I would sign him down to a coaching role.
As a coach, yeah.
He's all right there.
I'll keep him as a coach, but he cannot be a Liverpool player next season.
He'll be 4 years old.
Yeah, like the fact that this season we give him a new contract. Like, I feel sorry for Milner. Like, I don't think he personally wants to be playing an elite level, getting absolutely outrun by 4 midfielders every single week.
The guy's shattered. He's fucked. He's 37 years of age.
Yeah.
100%. John, we pay world-class wages, mate. We pay so much as well.
The thing, we do pay him quite big wages as well, but we're not getting the value really, are we? Yeah.
I think we're second in the league, and we at the minute.
FSG were effing on about paying Mo Salah $400,000 a week. Now, if that's Man City is going to go, right, do you want $400,000 a week? Not a problem. You want $500,000 a week? Not a problem.
I disagree. I would disagree with this. $325K a week for a player is huge wages.
No, that's big money. That is big money.
Yeah. I'd retire him tomorrow and give him a coaching role. We don't need him. He's not good enough. I'd rather play a kid as well. And Brian also saying that $220K isn't a top wage. It is a top wage.
For a world-class player, I think you can, for like a player like Salah or someone, that's kind of a low wage for a player like him. But
yeah, in terms of Premier League at the minute, I'd say.
Yeah.
Obviously, De Bruyne. Obviously, I think now, the news of Erling Haaland earning 900k a week.
Yeah, Connor, even if you talk about Ronaldo is on 500 grand a week. What
He does
age?
nothing.
What age is Ronaldo?
38.
I agree. But before we do it off, so I'm gonna end it there in a minute anyway. Jack, I'll ask you this: is there any positives we can take from this Arsenal game?
Darwin Núñez, really, mate, and Luis Diaz and Firmino and Jota. I think they were probably quite magical in terms of their attacking. I think Darwin Núñez, he's coming in at probably the most difficult time Liverpool found themselves in the best part of like 5-6 years. He's cut, and I think Jürgen, as we spoke with transfers, I think beginning of this season or the best part of last season, Jürgen's wanted to change a system or get better personnel. We can't play what we want with the players that we have got. Well, as I said on my show, mate, with you, we're putting square pegs in round holes, and we're expecting Henderson or Thiago or certain players in our squad to play a certain way. City, you can do that because they're all world class, probably best in. Like they are. You got Foden playing left wing, right wing, through the middle, up front if he's wanted. Kevin De Bruyne up front. They're technically adaptable and they're so good on the board that they can play a certain way, and the way they play it's excellent to watch. It might be people class it as boring, but it wins you trophies at the end of the day. But Liverpool, I think Jürgen, and that proved to me, don't know how you lads feel, signing Núñez, it was to play a certain way to get the best out of an out number 9, a figurehead of the club. But yeah, Núñez, he's been getting a lot of stick off the field, and I was disappointed for our attackers. We scored 2 goals. On another day, or usually with Liverpool, if you score 2, that's enough to win a game. But when we conceded
our defense is letting us down.
3 goals, the defense is letting us down massively.
100%. I think that's the perfect way to end things. Anyway, let me quickly read out a few more comments before we do head off. Anyway, thanks, Con and panel, your legends as well. A big thank you to each and every single one of you as well. Apologies, I haven't read everyone's comments out as well. So, but yeah, I have seen them all. I'll go back as well and read a few as well. Anyway, I'll see you guys later as well. I did see Anthony's in the chat as well. Of course, Anthony will be hurting as well after losing to Bournemouth 2-1 yesterday.
At least we're both shite, Anthony.
Yeah, at least we're both shite, to be fair. Northred, we will need to be wary about Rangers this week. We are progressively getting worse. Okay. Well, yeah, 100%. Quick FYI to everyone in the chat, John's doing a 48-hour stream over on Glasgow Reds chat. Come and join us as well. No. John.
No chance.
John's starting the FSG out protest soon.
Yeah, John's going to start a stream until FSG are finally out of the club. And that.
I join in on that one as well.
And no thread saying you never walk alone, y'all, as well. Anyway, yeah, but big thank you to each and every single one of you guys as well. Big thank you to the panel as well. Please head over to the Anfield Road TV and, of course, Glasgow Reds chat as well. Guys, there's any mods in the chat, please leave it in the lads' channels in the video description down in the comments down below. Anyway, again, it's been a long day. I've just had enough of football at the minute, and null and void the season. I think anyway at this point.
Please, no avoid.
But yeah, that's going to be it from us, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with a preview show, I'm guessing, against, of course, because Rangers is on Tuesday, I believe, this week. Is it Wednesday? So we'll out tomorrow anyway. It'll either be a preview show or we'll be.
At least we got another 3 days to recover. No, and then we got the evening on the Wednesday.
And hopefully we'll beat Rangers, which I don't know.
Maybe anyway, but yeah, obviously big thank you to every single one of you guys as well in the chat.
Sorry, quickly, mate. Also, everyone in the chat, I do have a very, very big announcement coming on Tuesday on my channel. Some people may think it's not a big one. For me personally, this is a very big deal for me, and its announcement will be made on Tuesday. So keep your eyes peeled on Tuesday. This announcement will drop on Tuesday.
Is it what me and you been speaking about, like? Yes or no?
It's what we've been speaking about.
Yeah, sounds good. Good. So, it's good, exciting news with that, mate.
Guys, stay tuned. and obviously, we'll have to do like the big breaking news. Here we go, type feeling.
Here we go. Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah, could get Fabrizio on the phone anyway. But yeah, guys, we'll be live tomorrow at 9 o'clock. If you guys want to check out the lads' channel in the comment section down below anyway. But until next time, guys, it's going to be it from us. I've been Connor from the Council. See you all tomorrow. Ta-ra.
See you later.